Whether you call them leggings or yoga pants, they are popular. And Printify has several styles of leggings available for your print-on-demand shop. I have 2 different styles available here we're going to do a review of, and then we will talk about sales opportunities, niche research, and everything you need to know to offer leggings in your print-on-demand Etsy shop. Before we jump into the review, I want to mention that Printify is the sponsor of this video, and they provided these samples so that we could do this review. All right, today we are talking print-on-demand leggings for your online shop. We've got a couple samples we'll take a look at here in just a second. So why leggings? Well, there is a huge online market for leggings, and there is an opportunity to sell leggings or yoga pants in a lot of different niches for a lot of different purposes. So one of the mistakes you could make about this particular type of product, especially if you are not a consumer of the product, then you may not realize that there are a lot of niche opportunities and a lot of different types of leggings out there that people shop for. What probably comes to mind are the more athletic, like high performance type leggings that you might expect somebody to wear when they are working out or playing a sport or something like that, like if they're running or going to the gym. And so you might automatically think of those more high-end brand names that a lot of people are familiar with. However, there's a big market for leggings out there that are more casual style. And so that means there's a lot of opportunity for print-on-demand sellers to offer patterns or styles of leggings that don't have to be the super expensive, high-end, high-performance leggings, and there still is a lot of sales opportunity. All right, so let's start with the review. We have 2 pairs of leggings here. They're both from MWW On Demand, which is an all-over print provider on Printify. They do a lot of products that are called cut and sew, meaning they apply the design, the print to the fabric while it's still in its raw fabric form, and then they cut it and they sew it to each individual order rather than it being a finished product. And that's the case with their leggings as well. Now, Printify does have a couple other print providers that have leggings. We'll see that in a moment in the catalog. So we have the classic casual leggings, more on this pattern in a moment. And then we have the capri, which are just shorter leggings. And they both have the same waist style, which is not super high rise. So when it comes to leggings, there's sort of the regular mid-rise, and then there are high-rise or high-waisted. So these are basically what I would call a regular waist. They do have a waistband in here that is a stretchy waistband. The base fabric is white and the stitching is white, as you can see in the close-up. So on the inside, you'll see the white base fabric. So one thing to note would be the thickness of these. They are the same thickness on both the capri and the regular length classic or casual leggings. Because the base fabric is white, when you stretch these out, if you really stretch them out, I'll show a close-up of this, you can see on this one, I think pretty easily in the red areas of the print, that when you really stretch it out, the color lightens up a little bit because that white fabric, you're seeing some of that base underneath the red print. Now, it doesn't wash out completely or anything like that. It's just something to be aware of. Now, I don't want to give the impression that because these are billed sort of as being casual leggings, I don't want to give the impression that they are low quality. I actually had my own concerns about the quality level of the leggings when I was considering selling them in my Etsy shop, but here are a couple of real reviews that my Etsy shop has gotten on the leggings that I've sold. So as you can see, the customers have been quite happy with the quality of the fabric. And before I talk about these patterns a little bit more, let's also take a closer look at the stitching, because with a stretchy product, the stitching is certainly quite important. So if you take a look at where the seams are in the close-up here, as I'm kind of stretching them apart, you will see some of the stitching become more visible. However, I am stretching pretty hard in the close-up image, and there doesn't seem to be any real obvious signs of it pulling apart easily. So the stitching quality seems to be pretty tough. All right, let's talk about these 2 patterns here for a second. So there's a lot of different directions you can go with your print-on-demand leggings depending on the style. You can certainly do more general patterns. Now, this is a pattern that honestly, I'm having trouble at the moment remembering if I got this pattern from Vexels or from Creative Fabrica, because I've been getting patterns from both for the last couple months. You could certainly only do leggings that are more generic patterns, maybe seasonal style patterns that maybe have spring or summer colors and then fall or winter colors kind of a thing. The only catch with those is that they can be a little bit harder to target because they're a little bit less niche specific. Anything you can do to make your pattern or to use a pattern that has something more specific about it will help you probably be seen better or easier in search results and start to rank in those search results. And that's exactly why the other sample here has a little bit of a different pattern on it. This is a kind of an ugly Christmas sweater pattern with, I think this is a polar bear look to it. It's got the red and the green and the white. I would be selling these or basically aiming these at a customer looking for Christmas Day or holiday season leggings. Now, because that time of year tends to be pretty cold in most parts of the country, these are probably not something you're necessarily wearing out and about, but they would be perfect as Christmas pajama bottoms or holiday pajama bottoms. So that is absolutely a direction you can go with some of your leggings or yoga pants patterns. You can offer something that is a really specific niche that's much easier to target your tags and your title and your keywords around and offer these as an alternative to, say, traditional pajama bottoms. So I just wanted to kind of make the point that you can go in a lot of different directions just as you can with a lot of other apparel items. But to summarize, in terms of reviewing these, I do think that the stitching quality and the print quality is up to the normal MWW on-demand standard. I don't really see any concerns with the print quality in terms of the sharpness of the prints. In the reviews that I've gotten on these exact leggings from customers in my own shop, I don't have any concerns that these wouldn't meet a customer's expectations for leggings that are going to be in this price range. All right, so let's switch over to the computer and take a look at pricing as well as some niche opportunities for print-on-demand leggings. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is actually take a look at the pricing. Normally we would do some niche research and search volume checking first, and then we would do pricing. But let's take a look at the pricing first just to further illustrate that point about how the opportunity is there. So we're in the Printify Catalog looking at the women's clothing, and in the bottoms section, that's where the leggings are located. And you'll see there's a few options here. Here are the capri leggings from MWW, lowest price. Printify Premium is $17.61. Here are the cut and sew casual leggings. That's the full length ones that you saw the Christmas pattern on. $16.60 lowest price. They do all have different prices by size. So what you're seeing there, again, Printify Premium price, and that's for extra small. So the price does go up for each larger size. You'll also see some leggings available from Miami Sublimation. They do have a slightly higher price, but they have a casual legging as well. And there is also an option from Miami Sublimation that is a high-waisted yoga legging. So those have the higher waist that go up much higher. And so if you're interested in offering those, they do have a higher price naturally, but you can also offer those in your shop. And then FYBY also has some leggings available. But let's start with our regular classic or full-length casual leggings from MWW that we reviewed. So, all right, so let's take a look at the pricing. As I mentioned, $16.60 is the lowest price if you have Printify Premium. If you don't have Premium, of course, the price is going to be a little higher. If you're interested in Printify Premium, I have a coupon code in the description. It's just POD Insights, all lower caps. Enter that coupon code in your payment settings page of your Printify account, and you will get 30 days of free Printify Premium. You have to pay after that $29 a month, or I think it's $2.99 a year if you do keep it. If you don't keep it and you cancel the premium account, then you get 30 days of it for free. All right, so $16.60, lowest price for extra small, highest price for 2XL is $17.51. So great news there. Why is it great news? Because there's not that big of a difference from the smallest size to the largest size. All right, so let's do a quick comparison of the lowest price and the highest price. We use the Allura Etsy fee calculator here. So $22.59 is the total price, because if I didn't mention, the shipping cost for these is $5.99 for the first item in the United States. So we have to add $5.99 to that $16.60 price, and that's where we get $22.59. If we price the extra small at $39.99, that is a 33% profit margin, or $13.15. So that is a healthy profit margin to have your item priced at $39.99. Now you could even, if you want to charge for shipping and do like a $3 or $4 shipping charge, you can even back the list price down all the way to $36.99, $37.99, make it look more appealing. But you do have to be careful there, because if you are opted into the free shipping guarantee, then any order that is $35 or higher before shipping cost is going to have free shipping. So if you price this item $35 or higher, then no matter what shipping charge you think you're adding, the customer is going to get free shipping. So in this case, with the price of the item being over $35, I would recommend just doing free shipping across the board, because then you don't have to worry about the effect of the free shipping guarantee. Now, the 2XL size will be the highest price, and that comes out to $23.50, so less than $1 more than the smallest size. If we did not change the price, it would be $12.24 profit, or 31%. So we could change our price there to say $42.99. That would even net us a slightly higher profit margin than on the smallest size. Now for the capri leggings from MWW, the price is a little bit different, but not significantly. If you look at the pricing for extra small, they're slightly out of order here. It is $17.61. So that's, I think, almost exactly $1 higher than the regular full-length leggings, and it looks like the 2XL's $18.52, so again, about $1 difference. So you're looking at pricing the capri leggings a couple dollars higher to make up for that difference in terms of the retail price, but very close. You could even mark up the full-length leggings a couple dollars higher, just so that the price is the same as the capri leggings, so that it doesn't appear that you're paying more and getting less. Now, as you would imagine, the process for creating your listing or adding your design to your product is going to be pretty much the same as any other all-over print product, meaning the design editor view is going to show you the different placements of the design. So it's going to show you the right leg and the left leg, and it indicates which is the front, which is the back, so that you can place your design on there. You want to make sure that it goes outside of the safe area into the bleed area, just in case, so your design doesn't get cut off. And then the only thing with leggings really to be aware of is just how the two sides line up. For example, if I just use this sort of 80s, 90s pattern that I put on one of the drawstring bags that we looked at in our back to school video recently, this has very specific graphics in the pattern. So you want to do your best to make sure that the sides where the seams are going to meet, that they actually line up fairly well. You don't have to make them perfect in all cases. It's kind of dependent on each design. But let me just show you what I mean. So all I did was add the graphic. I did not actually adjust this at all yet. I just placed them on there to fill the print area. And now if we go to preview, you will see how the pattern is going to come out on the actual seams where the two sides meet. And so what you want to do is look at the front, look at the back, and make sure that the graphics don't look strange. So if a graphic is slightly cut off where the seams meet, in my opinion, sometimes that's okay. What you don't want is if the same graphic was over on the other side of the seam, you don't want it to look really disjointed or misaligned. So in this case, this actually might be usable, but the mock-ups that they show of a person wearing them also are very helpful in terms of seeing if the alignment of the graphics is going to be a problem on the front or the back. Because one thing that can actually prevent somebody from buying is if the graphics or the pattern looks funny in the mock-ups in terms of the placement or where parts of the graphic are going to fall on their body and stuff like that. If anything looks funny to you, it'll look funny to the customer, and then that'll probably prevent a sale there. And while we're looking at the preview, let me just mention that in terms of mock-ups, you actually have some decent options for leggings. All of the mock-ups of a person wearing the leggings are usable, but I would recommend downloading these, uploading them into your photo editing software of choice. It could be Canva, or it could be Photopea, Photoshop, Affinity, whatever program you use. Delete the white background and then insert a photo of maybe like a room and use that as the background for these mock-ups rather than just the white background, and that will look pretty good. But Placeit also has mock-ups for leggings that would be appropriate. Here's an example of one. The only thing you want to be careful of, just as you always want to be careful, is that the product in the mock-up is a fair representation of the real product. So it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but in this case, these are not the super high-rise, high-waisted leggings. So these actually look like they are a fair representation of what our product is going to be. And so this would be a perfectly usable mock-up on Placeit that looks a little bit more realistic. All right, let's talk niche ideas and search volume. One of the things to pay attention to is the terminology that people use with leggings, and this is always important, so that may have sounded dumb to point that out, but I'm pointing that out because if all you did was say, I just want to put in leggings, and then use the Sales Samurai Chrome extension to get some ideas, you might be discouraged when you see that just the regular search term leggings by itself only has 700 monthly searches. Usually, if we put in a really general high-level search term, we're going to see 20,000 plus monthly searches or something like that. And there certainly are a lot of listings. There is almost 152,000 listings that match with just the word leggings. However, what you need to keep in mind is that not everybody will search for leggings. Of course, there's going to be a lot more specific niche searches. That's really what we want. But a lot of people actually search for the term yoga pants instead of leggings. So if you just put in yoga pants, you're going to come across almost 3,200 monthly searches with 61,000 competition there. So you just have to keep in mind that when you're doing your keyword research for your niches or your niche research, you need to look for both leggings and yoga pants as part of the phrase, because you may not find super high volume for one, but then you might find high volume for the other. And if you don't check both, you might miss an opportunity. And so let's just stay here on yoga pants and take a look at some of the options with lower competition in our Chrome extension here. If we scroll down a little bit, we're going to start seeing a lot more of these specific ones. This one, it's funny, just the term fun yoga pants, which is going to mean, patterns that maybe are bright, colorful, or feature graphics, that kind of thing, has almost 200 monthly searches and 3,400 competition. So it's not like a super low competition niche, but even a general term like that actually is getting close to pretty doable competition. Let's find a slightly lower competition one though. And so now we are getting down into the slightly lower search volume. However, that doesn't necessarily matter by itself if the competition is sufficiently low. So if you come across one like cats yoga pants, there's 100 searches a month and only 1,400 competition. And similarly, the non-plural version, cat yoga pants, pretty much exactly the same thing, showing 2,000 competition. And then we've also got dog yoga pants with 100 searches and 2,000 competition. So you might want to consider looking for patterns that are cute or funny that feature cats and dogs to include in your offering of yoga pants. And then you can do the same phrase, cat yoga pants. You can do cat leggings, dog leggings, that kind of thing. And you can capture any search volume that's coming from both. There are also going to be the seasonal type patterns, which, as we saw with the ugly Christmas sweater pattern that I had on one of my samples, if you search for that right now, it's August at the time that I'm making this video, the search volume is likely not going to show very high. However, those types of specific seasonal patterns do become popular around the holidays. So don't forget to include some leggings options when you are creating your holiday or seasonal themed products. And actually, being August, it's not that far away from the time that we're going to want to be building up our catalog for the fourth quarter. And in fact, it's already time to start planning your Halloween designs, and then soon after that, your holiday or Christmas themed designs. So those Christmas themed yoga pants, it's actually, pretty close to time to start thinking about those. And lastly, I'd want to mention that if you are looking for a source of patterns or graphics to possibly turn into a seamless pattern for using on all of your print products, I do get a lot of patterns from Vexels, as well as recently I've been getting some from Creative Fabrica as well. So those are two options that you have. You can, of course, also take graphics that maybe you've already created and turn them into seamless patterns. All right, so I hope this video has answered questions that you may have had about offering print-on-demand leggings. Let me know in the comments if you do already offer print-on-demand leggings in your shop and how much success you've had with them. Let me know if you've had any issues with them or if you still have any questions about it. I really like the profit margin potential with these, and I do think there's a good sales opportunity here. In some cases, these would be a perfect fit depending on the direction or the brand or the strategy for your shop. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, do me a favor, hit that like button so that more people can see the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the POD Insights channel, hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when new videos come out. Thank you to all of my returning subscribers. I really appreciate your support. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.